You are underestimating how important it is for someone to come out of their old circumstances in order for them to truly experience prosperity in every area of their life. Those are the words that the divine spoke to me this morning. Because you think, same as I've thought this stuff, that you can just continue to mix with the same people, continue to do the same things, continue to act like everybody around you, and somehow get to increased prosperity in all areas of your life, to have the empowering relationships, to have the fulfilling work, to have so much money you don't have to think about money ever again, to have the radiant health. But the problem is you can't. You can't. I'm always reminded, and this is what the divine was reminding me of this morning, is the story of the Israelites coming out of Egypt. They had been immersed in slavery for so long that, in fact, for quite a long time, they kept looking back at it with, the good old days, the good old days, the good old days. It takes deliberate taking yourself away from an old situation in order for you to step into an expanded situation. You cannot create increased prosperity whilst holding on to lack and scarcity, telling yourself that you have no choice. And that is what a lot of people are doing. Maybe you. I definitely did it for a very long time until I got to rock bottom for me and I realized, actually, I am the one that created this crazy life that I don't much like. I am the one that is putting up with crazy, draining relationships. I am the one believing nonsense about the divine and therefore telling myself that I have to jump through crazy hoops in order to get unconditional love. Really? Is it unconditional if you have to jump through hoops for it? I don't think so. Basically, I am the one telling myself that I can't have the things that I desire. And so, you know what? I could choose again. I could stop listening to those around me. I could start questioning the crazy ideas that I've taken on board as though they are gospel truth. What if they are not? What if there is a different way? And so at that point, I started to make new decisions. It wasn't always easy. When you've always thought a certain way, when you've been scared even into thinking a certain way, particularly when it comes to things of the divine, a lot of people have been scared into thinking that if you question certain ideas, you will go to hell. Basically, you will go to hell for all eternity. And who wants to risk that? If you believe that stuff, why would you want to risk it? I get it. And yet I knew that the relationship, the divine, as he was revealing himself to me, was so different from what I was being told about. When I was being told that God is love, it didn't compute that love, unconditional love, would then demand very conditional things from me, if you see what I mean. Do you see what I mean? And for us as spiritual people, we recognize that our power source is that connection with divine. But then there's all the other areas of my life, the family cultures, the family traditions that I had to start questioning. I don't even know why I'm doing this stuff. Why am I doing this stuff? And nobody could really give me a really good reason. And I suddenly thought, I started to think little by little, especially as I got support from people who were in a different level of prosperity, the level of prosperity I wanted to reach. As I started listening to them, as I started getting support from them, I deliberately put myself in environments where I could get that support. I suddenly realized that not everybody lives the way I had. Not everybody thinks the way I had been taught to think. That there are new ways. There is a more empowered way to live. And so this morning, as the divine says this to me, and I even still know to this day that I'm still not completely understanding just how important it is. Because when I talk to you guys about immersion, getting yourself immersed in a new way of doing life, it's because it's imperative. If you are going to take different action to get different results, you cannot be immersed in limited thinking, limited ways of doing life, because you then start acting from that foundation of limitation. And so guess what? You get a very limited life. Are you ready to break into limitless living? That's why Limitless is being done right now within the Deliberate Millionaire Assembly. Okay? You can come and join us in the assembly, or you can start your 30-day immersion in the Abundance Library. You need to be immersed in new thinking. I refuse to make these programs available as one-offs. Why? Because a one-off is not going to change your life. You need immersion. 30 days of immersion within the Abundance Library and all the different programs you have access to in there will change your thinking, will therefore change the behaviors that you're putting out into the world, and therefore change the results you are getting. You want more prosperity? Immerse yourself in something different. Come into the Abundance Library. Start your 30-day immersion. Listen. All you need to do is listen to something every day. I will be putting in the Limitless Immersion, brand new training in there starting from today. You will get that, as well as lots of other programs that will change your mind. Recondition your mind for increased prosperity. It is the only way to get there. Okay, it's time to transition out of limitation and go on into unlimited, limitless living. Are you ready? Message me the word abundance. Share this video with someone else. Message me the word abundance and I'll get the links to you. Share this video with someone else. It is imperative that you are immersed in something different. You don't understand. If you could really see this, you wouldn't even hesitate. And that's what the divine was showing me this morning. You would not hesitate to take advantage of this. Message me the word abundance. Share this with someone else. Much amazing love.